We do know, of course, that China has been trying to improve its relations with the EU at a time when there's been a number of different probes back and forth between the two trading blocs. Obviously, there's the electric vehicle probe that has been launched by the EU on China. You have China also having its own investigation into, EU liquor products. And then there's the whole back issue about semiconductor equipment machines from ASML, kind of the Netherlands government teaming up with the United States to help limit the advanced chip-making equipment to getting into China. So there's a number of different trade issues at the fore of trade relations between the EU and China that has turned into a political fight. Now what we have is another EU proposal coming from Brussels, essentially to potentially, if it's approved by member states, to put sanctions on at least 24 firms around the world, including 3 in China, as you rightfully said, but also a firm in Hong Kong, a firm in India, also Turkey, Syria, and others, essentially trying to punish firms that are using third countries, essentially to get equipment or some sorts of materials, this is what's accused or alleged, into Russia to aid its war in Ukraine in violation of sanctions. So again, this could be potentially more sanctions. China, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, put out a statement essentially blasting this effort, and I'll read you the statement, essentially saying Chinese and Russian enterprises carry out normal exchanges and cooperation and do not target third parties, nor should they be interfered with or influenced by third parties. Beijing will take necessary measures to resolutely safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of Chinese enterprises. And basically, in that statement, they use words like firmly oppose what it called illegal sanctions. Now, keep in mind, the EU tried to do this before, but member states were, I guess, their fears were assuaged by Beijing's insistence that they were not providing any kind of military aid through, government channels or its enterprises to Russia to aid its war in Ukraine. So they backed off on that. That's why this one is such an interesting development as the EU pushes forward potentially to put sanctions on at least 3 Chinese companies.